So I just got Madam Serris on the free-to-play for free, and I'm going to talk to you guys about how I did that and more about the free-to-play account. Hello everybody, I'm Roadblock and this is a Raid Shadow Legends video. So I actually recorded what'll probably be yesterday's video, and I ended my video very quickly because I was getting all stuffed up and everything, but right before I was going to go to bed, I just refreshed my subscriptions and I saw a video from Fastidious Gaming, and I want to give him a shout out. I am not familiar with this, I've seen this content creator, I've subscribed to them because I liked one of the videos that they made, and I was interested, maybe I wanted to keep up with them, maybe do a collab in the future. I was super cool is right before I was about to go to bed, they made a video about how to get Madam Serris for free. You do need to have Raid on your phone, and they go through it in the video, but essentially if you delete Raid and then use a promo link to re-download Raid, which is in their Discord, that link gets you, it installs the game, and then when you open up the game on your phone, you have Madam Serris waiting for you. And so, as you can see here, I've got Madam Serris ready to collect. We're going to go ahead and do that. There's no reason really not to. And then it comes with 10 Void Brews. You do get 1 Epic book, which is going to be very handy, and then 300,000 silver. Listen up, I just got a new promo link that you can use to follow along with me on my latest free-to-play adventure and get a free Elenaril, as well as 3 more powerful epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Plarium Play and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Don't miss out on your chance to get Elenaril right after signing up, as well as Fayne, Uugo, and Tagoar as you progress through Raid. Click on my link right now and let's crush this together. And it made me realize that I haven't been using other promo codes, right? I used Supreme Galac's promo code, and then I haven't done any other promo codes. And I'm not talking about promo codes for champions. I know I can't do any promo codes for champions, but there are still good promo codes that out there that will give rewards, and I wanted to emphasize that. So again, I've talked about this in another video, I think, but we are here on Hell Hades Raid Shadow Legends promo code, and these time-limited promo codes list codes that are still theoretically active. Now, I know Welcome Gift, I think, has a time limit on it. So we're going to try Welcome Gift, and I'm going to try that one because it is a free bellower. Yeah, so that one's not going to work for me. And I've known that to be the case too. This was an issue, I think, on my free-to-play challenge account as well, that there's a certain limit about Welcome Gift. I don't know what it is, but I was never able to get it to properly work for me on the challenge account, and obviously it's not working here. That one would get me Bellower, 11 Void Brews, and stuff like that. And Bellower is a great rare, and I kind of forgot about that. That's one that I probably should have pursued, but we have some other ones. The one I want to go with first is going to be Yearly Gift. I know we just had a Trivia Dungeon promo code, but that's only multi-battles, brews, and silver. I want the 4-star chicken out of Yearly Gift, which they say is still active. Now, remember, this is subject to change at any time. So these promo codes at any time could stop working, and you can only use 1 per day. So there are some drawbacks there. We're going to collect these, and I understand that that's a little ridiculous, right? I should save those. They only have 6 days, and if you're like me, stuff that is 6 days, I almost always forget about them. So I'm going to collect those multi-battles. It's not a big deal. I actually don't use my multi-battles a lot on this account, because I'm getting most of them. I use RSL Helper to do my multi-battle stuff most of the time. So yeah, not too worried about that. Sorry for the long pause there. But yeah, I just wanted to say, first of all, getting Madam Serris is really good, but let's talk about why. Now let's move on, talk about Madam Serris, why it's so good that I'm able to get her so early, and how we're going to use her in the game. The most direct comparison that I can make between Madam Serris and what I currently have on my account is going to be Uugo. So currently I'm using Uugo to be my decreased defense champion. Uugo has unbooked a 75% chance, and I say unbooked because that's right now, right? We're comparing them right now, to place decreased defense and then block buffs. And that chance of block buffs goes up for each enemy alive. I don't care that much about block buffs, right? When we're talking about arena. What I care more about in terms of Madam Serris is the decreased defense and decreased attack. Because if I don't one-shot them, I would love an opportunity to also reduce their attack and therefore reduce the damage on me. But there's another huge kicker here. Well, two huge kickers here. Number one is that she's also a buff stripper, which in low-level early game arena is huge. Second of all, I don't need any books. This is 100% land rate for a decreased defense, no books. Right now, I can book it down to a 4-turn cooldown. Honestly, I don't think is that great. I still think Uugo probably makes the cut for PvE content because of the 3-turn cooldown, and the block buffs is more valuable in PvE, plus the healing, plus the leech. Like, Uugo brings more in PvE, but for PvP purposes, this is awesome. Now, buff strip, decrease attack, so if I don't kill them, they're going to do less damage to me, and decrease defense. And it's 100% chance. I don't have to put books in to take it from 75% to 100%. It just is 100% chance. And Uugo does damage with this ability, so there is the chance that I could weak hit and not land the decreased defense, where Madame Serris, this is a places. What I mean by when I say places is this word right here, places, right? There's no attack associated with. Now, she's void affinity, so weak hits wouldn't be an issue anyways, but we still get the awesome opportunity to just place this, and there's no such thing as a weak hit that could cause me to not land it. There's also more in the kit. We get an AoE that puts block debuffs on all allies. This is going to be really valuable in other areas of the game. In PvE, if we start getting into some difficult stages of stuff, and a true fear debuff for 1 turn on enemies who have buffs stolen. Oh, because this has a 40% chance of stealing 1 random buff from each target. Yeah, so another mini strip here, and that places fear. Yeah, you can tell I love Madame Serris, but I've never gotten her this early on an account, so I don't really know her kit. By the time I get her, I'm just usually have already figured out a different solution to the decreased defense type of stuff. So, shield on this champion equal to 10% of their max HP at the start of each turn. Well, that's actually really handy for other areas of the game too. And then when attacked while under a shield buff, has 35% chance of placing fear. Yep. And the A1 has a 20% chance of placing fear, and increases if they're under 1 debuff, and increases even higher if they're under 2 or more debuffs. Let me see. Are there any buff chance increases? The only buff chance increase is on Trick and Treats here, which gives this a 50% chance of stealing a buff. Yeah, I don't think you need to book Madame Serris, like, ever. Like, I'm perfectly fine with not booking her and still getting the use that I want out of her, which is a PvP decreased defense champion. That's what I'm looking for out of her. Is she going to struggle in late game with polymorph and other factors that may arise? Absolutely. There are problems that will come as I evolve through the game, but for a brand new day 6 free-to-play account, getting Madame Serris is awesome. So, guys, again, check out Fastidious's video, because he gives a perfect guide and breakdown on how to do it with your phone. I don't want to take away from his video. Like, if you want to learn how to do it, go watch his video, okay? Because I don't want to steal credit from him. He figured this out. His community figured it out, and we get to take advantage of it. I also don't know how quickly this is going to be fixed, right? He has a pretty high subscriber count than I have, so a lot of people are probably going to watch this video, and if it is a bug or a mistake, does not work on PC, by the way. He makes that clear in his video. So my guess is, like, they kind of forgot this promo link existed. They probably were supposed to delete it or clear it out or whatever, and now here we are, and it's still working. I don't know, right? This is all just speculation at this point, but at the end of the day, go check out his video, follow the steps if you want to get her. And I've seen a few different reports. He talks about it in his video, but I've seen a few different reports in his Discord. There was some guy that said a 3-year-old account and it still worked, but some others it didn't work for that were older accounts. I'll say that, like, for my main account, I don't need Madame Serris, or my OG free-to-play, I don't need Madame Serris, so I'm not worried about it there. But for this free-to-play account, brand new, that is a massive, massive boost, and I am, like, completely prepared to just throw this gear. I won't. Let's talk about that. I want to take this gear and just throw it on Madame Serris, right? But I'm not going to do that, because Uugo is still going to provide more value for me elsewhere in the game, even though she only has 75% chance to land right now because she's not booked, and, you know, her cooldowns are very high. I understand that, but she still brings more value from a PvE perspective, in my opinion, than Madame Serris does, because we're getting this little heal, right? We have a potential revive on this if things go south. That can be very handy, and that block buffs will be pretty handy to help prevent other potential, you know, issues. To be like, I'm mostly thinking like Hydra, that's going to be value. Chimera, there's some value there, right? So I still think, like, if I'm going to pick a decreased defense champion for PvE, that Uugo gets the call. But for PvP, especially in the near, like in the foreseeable future for PvP on this account, with everything we've done, you know, getting Artor now, you know, now getting Madame Serris, like, I'm very happy. The future looks bright on this account for PvP. Thank you guys for watching. A little bit of a shorter video. I was trying to think if there was anything else I want to say, but I figure I'll record this. This will probably come out, I think, Saturday is my guess, but I'm going to record it ahead of time. So I'm recording it, you know, this is Thursday night, and that way I can get some rest, hopefully beat this thing that's been giving me a hard time, and be back 100% ready to go as we move on the account. So thanks for watching. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, and consider subscribing to Fastidious, right? I enjoy their content. A new creator for me doesn't mean they're a new creator in general. I've just not experienced their content before. Now I have. I've enjoyed their content, and this was a great opportunity for a lot of players, so I would check out their stuff as well. Either way, guys, thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care.